And we are joined by athletes.
Yes.
Yeah, they normally come because we push for the same cause.
Yes.
Without stability, there
Yes.
is no development. I used to have hair, I used to do gel, I used to do extension.
No.
There is no desire, there is no demand.
No.
So for me, that
It wasn't a connection or anything.
Nothing.
She just felt, she heard your music.
Correct.
And she felt this was the music to carry the night.
Yeah, it was a shocker, but that we finished, and the first lady said, "You made our nation proud."
These young people,
What was that?
300 of them singing your song.
Every heart can be sung.
Welcome to Stories of Hope. I'm Lady Emily, your host. Here I'll bring you stories that will challenge you. These are stories that will inspire you. They are stories from around the world, from Brazil to Australia, from Asia to Africa, from New Zealand to New England. These are our stories, and your story is somebody else's hope. Thank you for joining me and for subscribing. If you haven't, please do so, because stories like this will be impactful. You want to know when we bring one up, because hope isn't something we are born with, and it's not something we keep forever. Hope is something we find, lose, and find it again. And sometimes we find it in someone else's story.
This is the stories of hope.
Before we speak to our next amazing guest, we would like to thank our sponsors. 𝗘𝗂𝗃𝗲𝗏 is a skincare brand that we love because they bring us Australian-made vegan skincare, and they also mix it with K-beauty. Find them on Shopify, 𝗘𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗃. They are our amazing sponsors, and today we are focusing on Stories of Hope. Welcome back. We are in Adelaide, South Australia. How amazing. Before I introduce my guest, whom you're all just gonna love, I know you already love her, but you're gonna love her so much more because this is going to be up close and personal. If you will see what I'm wearing, if you know me, you would know exactly who is coming on next. But before we do that, let me thank the team that gets to put this work out here. I tell you, it takes a lot of work. It takes a village, literally, to bring this video to you. So I'd like to thank my team that keeps doing this with so much commitment and excellence. But before we finish also, if you haven't subscribed, liked, and shared, please do so, because that means we get to bring amazing guests like my next guest all the time right to your screen. Now, I'm going to allow her to introduce herself, what she does for a living, and then we'll get to it. So,
My name is Ambassador Emmy Kosgei Madubuko. I am the second-born child of Bishop Kosgei and Rosa. I'm born in Baringo, in a place called 𝗘𝗺𝗺𝗏𝗏. I'm a gospel artist. I've written Kalenjin songs for the last, this is my 24th year.
wow.
Of doing one of the most noble job, inspiring lives across the globe through music. I'm an ambassador for culture and tourism, as you can see. I love culture, and that's what I represent. I'm married to Apostle General Anselm Madubuko of Lagos, Nigeria. Together we pastor a church called Revival Assembly in Lagos. We are blessed, like I have 3 stepchildren, 2 girls and 1 boy, and 2 grandchildren. I champion many causes. One of them is philanthropy. I do a lot of charity with my music, with the people I inspire. And one of the most recent ones I do is helping children vulnerable with special needs because of the background I'm coming from, just to show that there's ability in disability. And I know given opportunity and platform, this can contribute strongly to the society that we are in. Yeah, so that's in a nutshell. I'm the founder of Pamoja Peace Concert that has been on for 14 years of Pamoja concerts, peace concerts, and bringing people together. So that's a nutshell of what I do.
We got to attend Pamoja last year in Kenya.
Yeah.
Oh, in 𝗟𝗏𝗃. That was amazing.
Thank
My
you.
husband was like, we are not missing anyone
Anymore.
more. Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
It was such a blessing
Thank you.
to see so many people, young and old, just out there to sing and usher in the new year. That was amazing. You've been doing that for 14 years.
We started right at the 2006, 2007 clashes.
Yeah.
So I've been part of peace projects with USAID and so many organizations as an artist from my region, and then being a vernacular artist. So we've been part of a great team of people that move from county to county every year after election. And I realized that we've been doing this like we're just waiting after election, we are moving, doing the same thing. And I thought that, attainable peace is long term. So we have to, peace building and coexistence should be a continual project for every Kenyan. Yes, so we said Pamoja Concert was born out of this to bring Kenyans together using our gifts and just having diverse people in one space. Not necessarily saying, oh, this is peace, banning Kenya or whatever. No, we are just saying there is strength in unity.
Amen.
And we can do more together than divided. So Pamoja began, and it's been a journey of beautiful things. Just to see 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 Kenyans in a night, just in Thanksgiving mode and in music until morning. I mean, to me, it's so inspiring and it's a blessing.
It was, and we got to meet most of the artists.
Yeah.
They're so humble, humble beyond measure.
Thank you.
And we were so grateful.
Yeah.
And trust me, we are now true ambassadors of
Thank
Pamoja
you.
Concert, and we are not going to miss. So if you can't make it, watch it.
Watch it.
It's
We are live every
year.
Amazing. Yeah. And we are joined by athletes.
Yes.
Yeah, they normally come because we push for the same cause.
Yes.
Without stability, there is no development.
No.
It affects the economy. It affects sports because these people run through terrains, communities, during their practices. These are people that you wouldn't find them doing conversations in the streets. They're just focused on one thing, building.
Just to run.
Just to run.
And represent Kenya.
Represent Kenya.
Yes.
So stability is very key because they can move around peacefully and, get support from Kenyans. Also, stability, supports economic activities in every region, every society where there's no stability or peaceful coexistence, even in places of work. It's so hard to thrive.
When there's no peace. When there's no peace. So that is so amazing. Faith was next to us, so I was so happy to be sitting next to a champion. I hope I get to interview her soon. So Emmy, tell us, what inspired you to do gospel music? How old were you when you started? And when did you know this is what I want to be my ministry? I know your dad is a bishop, so you're born in that environment, but at what point did you know this is truly going to be my trajectory? This is how I want to give back to my community and to the Lord. This is going to be my ministry. When or how old?
Wow. So as you mentioned, being a pastor's kid, I have grown in church all my life. That means I was very active in Sunday school, competition, choirs. I was part of everything. I play keyboard, and I did that so many instances. Music was never a dream for me. I had passion for it. I could write songs. I could write simple praise and worship, choir songs in church. But to sing, I never looked at anybody and I was like, who I want to be one day on stage. It never crossed my mind. I never thought like, when would that be? So but music, I did that. And then many years later, when I moved to Nairobi and they joined Maximum Miracle Center,
Yeah.
that's where Esther Wahome, Sarah Kay, Ruth Wamoyo, Gidingidia,
Everyone.
some of the,
Renowned.
big artists
Yes,
then were members there. And because for me, I loved crusading, and that church was just by the stage where I go to work. I joined this church, and then I was part of the worship team. Then Esther Wahome picked me to back her.
Oh, wow.
So those days of Kunadawa, if you watch Kunadawa video,
yeah.
you will see me, but I don't
have
look
to
like
go
the
watch
same.
it. I have to go watch it. What?
Those days I used to have hair, I used to do gel, I used to do extension. My goodness. So those were days of my
So she
sponsor.
asked you to
She
back
asked
up.
me that,
Yeah.
and she liked my voice because I
Yes.
did alto for her.
Yes.
And for a while, I did backup for her, and then she introduced me to a modeling company because she thought,
You are the most
with your
beautiful.
dark skin,
Yes.
oh my God, with your voice, she was like, where have you been? And if you meet Esther Wahome, she would just say, oh my God, she can't hide her feelings or thoughts towards your skin, your
Yes.
looks, your voice.
Oh.
She will go
She
straight to tell you.
appreciates. She appreciates.
it and push you to the. So she pushed me to meet Ashley's. I met the proprietor, and then the next thing I was modeling.
What?
So, and I was backing her up. Then one day she was like, no, I wouldn't want you to be backing me up for
Always.
you have a great voice. How about writing Kalenjin music? I said, me? Write what? Kalenjin, where? And that time, clashes,
Yes.
all this, wherever, tribalism. I said, I can't. Which market? And now writing Kalenjin for who? Those were my questions. And Esther was
To
like,
Esther Wahome.
yeah, and she told me, no, go for it. I'm telling you, everybody's doing Swahili, English, something else.
Do vernacular.
Nobody is doing this thing. And you got the voice, you got the looks. That was Esther. She said, next time, tusikutane, and you are not doing this thing. So she pushed
amazing.
me. Every time we meet, have you started? One day she brought her producer, her camera person, everything, work with them. You start from here, not down. So you have to have clean videos, blah, 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 blah. She introduced me to so many things. That's how I started with so much fear. That's how my music career started.
Wow.
And to be inspired by the journey I'm doing today, my dad is a great Kalenjin orator.
He is. He's my favorite.
He can make you love vernacular.
So
For that one,
much.
Kalenjin,
Yeah.
how he speaks it, the proverbs, the vocabularies, the Bible reading, the hymns. He sings it, he speaks it. So being the first recipient of his ministry, I loved. Till date, me and my siblings, we love sitting down to listen to our dad. Sometimes we just go for his conferences just to hear him speak. Because he does it so well.
He's amazing. He
is my inspiration to loving culture, appreciating to identity. I think he contributed so much to understanding who you are and living purposefully.
You belong.
And yes, and we are not the same. So you pursue your calling, depending on where God is calling you to. He really pushed us to just being who we are called to be, to thrive in it, and then understanding your identity,
It's okay.
moving in it without holding back, and unapologetically.
Yes, bold.
So living with him, I think that inspired everything I do because my love for Kalenjin, it starts from there. My love for culture starts from there. And he would talk about Lembus and who we are
With so much
passion.
pride, so much.
Who wouldn't want to
Yes.
be a Kalenjin
Yes.
after listening to him? So that is my inspiration. And I started 𝗘𝗺𝗃𝗵 many years ago. And since then till date, I've written over 70 songs.
Wow.
I never knew that this would be a career for me.
No.
No. I was working. I've done other things. And I resigned to do this. Why? Because the demand was too high. I resigned. Music never paid then. I wouldn't tell you that, oh, because I wanted to make money or I saw it as an alternative source of income. There was no money.
No, everywhere you performed was free at that
Yeah,
time.
it was free. It's not like today.
No.
And then there was no royalties, or I've never been paid royalties. So you can imagine that the inspiration was different. It was passion for me.
It was.
And I felt like it was a privilege to inspire people. It's a God's gift.
Yes.
Do you know there are many talented people? Nobody wants to listen to them.
No.
There's no desire. There's no demand.
No.
So for me, that people can call me, that we need you to come and just uplift our souls with powerful music. I started traveling when I started, when I did 𝗘𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗵. One ambassador listened to me in a function in Eldoret. And he said, I need you in South Africa.
South Africa.
That was my first trip.
First out of Kenya.
Yeah, so I went to South Africa. What? I was still pinching myself because that was
Like,
a
what?
VIP.
Yeah.
Like, I was using ambassador or whatever. I was picked from the plane.
Yeah.
I was so young, and that was I didn't know that was the beginning of so much.
Yeah.
I was in SA, I came back. I got invitation to the US. Then to the US, I went to the US severally, before other places opened up. And I was discovered.
No, I want to talk about that because I know that moment.
Yeah.
I know that moment when former First Lady, it was 𝗘𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗵𝗃 time, the late 𝗘𝗵𝗃𝗃 time, and I heard that his wife, First Lady, heard Taunet Nelel, and it was that time, and he said, I want this girl. I want this girl to perform.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a connection or anything.
Nothing.
She just felt, she heard your music and she felt this was the music to carry the night.
Yep.
Talk to us about that.
As you just rightfully put, she was one of the hardest first ladies that we had, like unpredictable.
Yes.
You couldn't tell whether you tread carefully, and you wouldn't imagine that she was
picking a Kalenjin
song. Like, I love, in fact, she used to call me my daughter. She would tell people, have you seen my daughter? Do you understand? Have you seen, she loved me with everything. So when Taunet had come out like a year before.
The song that's
2009.
really made you.
Yes.
Yes.
So Taunet really, many people thought that was my first song.
No. But it's the song that propelled you.
It's the first song that pushed me to the global market.
Yes.
Yeah, because 𝗘𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗵 introduced me during clashes because the message was a prayer song.
Yes.
And most of my fans, I have diverse fans.
Yes.
And at that time, the people that were really, really needed it, they called me and said, it's your song that saved me. Then I put your song volume na akaenda kujificha
on
huko.
repeat.
On repeat. He said, that's what saved me.
Yeah.
And so many messages. So this TV station calls me and said, can you translate this song to English? Because we want to put it on a national television. I was like, I just did it. And I entered TV for the first time. That was the Stomp that played only beautiful songs global, but I was the only local at that time.
Yes.
They put me on that
Vernacular.
station.
Yes.
Vernacular. And then Zaidi ya Muziki was a gospel group that toured, the globe. They discovered me from the US because they went to do a concert in Dallas. And they were told, do you know this girl?
Yes.
They brought out my video. They were like, who is this lady?
Yes.
Why are they looking at me? They don't know me from Kenya.
From above.
But I was big in the US.
Yes.
So they were like, that, place, community said, look for this girl to cut and raise for your event so that people will come. It was unbelievable. They looked for me.
That's good.
I came for the event. They are like, who is this girl? They came to Kenya. They did interview for them. They told those people, you need to look for this girl. Who is Emmy Kosgei? They just tried to look up from Minimukale, from no profile. Like I was just... So when I flew back, that's how interviews, opened up and all that. Anyway, so to cut the long story short, Standard Group discovered me and KTN from Valley Road. I went to sing in Valley Road just after clashes, and they gave me like 3 services. That was the first place to do vernacular after a very heated election. And when we were done, I was called for interview. That's how I got into paper, newspaper, radio. They asked me, "Have you ever been interviewed?"
Do you know?
I said, "Where?" Say, "Where did I do it?" So they said, "We are going to do it."
Yes.
And that's how. But 2009, I wrote Taunet on my way from the US in the flight. I didn't know who was the song targeting. I said, Taunet Nelel for a new beginning. I look at myself, there's nothing new starting. I'm like, God, what's the message? And then I just wrote. Anyway, we recorded, and my producer, God rest his soul in peace, he passed on. And then we recorded the song. 1 year later, I received this call. And the person
from the first lady.
Yeah, no, yes. The person doesn't introduce himself. Can you write, is this Emmy Kosgei? Yes. So can you write down these dates? I'm just writing.
You're thinking, what?
Block those dates for me. The good thing with me is I deal with my clients, fans, directly, and I don't have bureaucracy.
No.
So that, you see, that was something I tell my mentees, that if I was acting too smart, I would have missed an opportunity.
The whole thing.
There are people call you are not picking calls. No. You want to talk to my manager, sometimes pick it. There was no manager.
No.
So I just picked it, and he said,
wrote the numbers.
Yes. I wrote the numbers. I didn't ask many questions.
No.
After a week, 2 weeks, he would call me. Do you remember the day? I said, yes. He said, please don't put anything. After another week, do you remember, like that? Now, the week for the new constitution, 2010, I just saw it on TV. I saw a new dawn.
A new dawn.
And I saw the sunrise and then the constitution. It dawned on me.
This is where the
Taunet
song was
Nelel.
for.
Yes, and they told me I should not translate. I should sing it like that, because I was like, do you want me to sing it in English? Because I was so scared.
On Swahili.
What
do you want me to do?
Yeah, because then actually, he said, no, just like that.
But had you translated it to them? Did they know what the meaning of the song was?
They already did the research.
They already had someone tell them what it was.
The meaning.
Yes.
So I said, okay, so here, go to rehearsals. Blah. I used to go to 𝗟𝗺𝗃 Park. Even the people that were singing were wondering, who is this girl? And how is she part of this?
That girl?
Unaangalia ile stairs, you are like, even me at
me, I don't understand
I don't know why I'm here. So we used to sit there quietly and then intimidated, because they were A-listers. Doing sound check.
Yes.
We sound check are we doing? We are just sitting there. Yeah, there. To, first things first, then we did the thing. Then the day of promulgation came. All the, protocols of government. Then we went to the place. We sang. Other people sang. Myself, 𝗟𝗶𝗴𝗂, and then all artists over 10 together, they did a song. Eric was told to do his full song, Daima Mkenya. And then myself, full song, Taunet. You know what we agreed? We just use our tracks. Because you don't know,
what is going to happen.
Speaker, what will you do? This is a national, there is no room to explain anything.
It was huge.
We did the song. See, to my shock. So during the rehearsal, I was supposed to turn at some point. I don't know, look where. Those trainings. My goodness. When we started seeing the tension.
So there's so many people.
So we just focused. And then I just saw the first lady stood up. She was dancing. And she was not well. She was not feeling well.
No.
She was dancing. Then Millie had something on her neck. I just saw her. Everybody, the dais, poor. Me, my eyes, ikabaki kwa dais. I just sang like that.
And you're just wondering, is it me singing
or
am I dreaming?
What's going on? Then I look at the screen. Wow. I'm seeing the whole 𝗟𝗺𝗃 Park.
Wow.
I'm seeing balloons in there. People take bears. People are dancing. My goodness. It was a shocker, but that was...
What a moment.
A moment that we finished, and the first lady said, you made our nation proud. Because the whole world was watching. He said, you made us proud. He kept telling her people, she kept telling her people, did you see my girl? Yeah. Like, in other words, I was right.
Imagine.
She saved the day, and she did awesome.
I know.
You know, and that was the beginning of so many, talk of divine setups. You know, God just said some things. That's why it's good when God helps you and you don't miss your season. God helped me. I was not star. I was
No.
not using, I don't know who.
No.
There was
It
no
was just
like, you
Emmy.
must pay this much.
No.
And we were not paid.
No.
So imagine if money was there. I would have
Your
missed
target.
it.
You would have.
Yeah, so I just did it. And that was, you know, one of the funniest things were Kalenjin elders. You know, they called me. Somebody called. They brought cows to my home to say thank you. Thank you. Because you are not only representing Kenya or gospel industry, you represented a whole community.
Us.
Even if we didn't give any speech,
No.
you sang.
Yeah.
That was enough.
And that was enough. And you showed the most beautiful
My
part of our
goodness, you
culture.
can imagine where I was. I was so humble, confused. I didn't know even
You were
what
so
was
small.
happening.
If you look at the video, it was so tiny.
I was too
so
jiggy.
innocent.
Yes, so innocent. But that marked,
It
you
was
know,
beautiful.
it opened me to
It does.
nations, to doing, I can't talk, you know, the 𝗘𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗵 season was something for me because that I was new. And then that was the first time that I got to do state functions.
Yes.
I did all holidays. I did all events that the president was going
doing,
because he was my big fan. You know, he played my music in his car. I can remember several times I used to give new CDs for them to replace. Power is something else. I know I sang at State House one time. You know, the reception after the holiday at the, you know, Uhuru, whatever ground, stadium, then they do reception at the State House. I can never forget this day that we sang, we finished singing with my team. You know, fear.
Now
you know,
your team,
some power.
and of course now your team, even your team is traveling
They were-
this
yes,
amazing journey
we are
with
together.
you. Yes.
So the president finish. You do your songs, right? And
yeah.
then when he akimaliza speech, he comes around to greet the dignitaries,
Yes.
greet the participants,
Yes.
and then we do the anthem.
Yes.
And the thing is a wrap.
Yeah.
He came round when he reached where I was. He said, "You have to sing again."
Are you pinching yourself?
I was.
Did you just say that?
My hair, my heart, everything. I looked at my team. I was like, he said, Louis. Louis was like, yeah. He said, nikimaliza, you know, when he's done greeting everybody,
Yeah.
I'll go and sit down and let this daughter sing again.
They loved you.
He said, ama nyimbo imeisha. I said, no, we have songs.
Oh, yeah.
We finished. He finished greeting people. He sat down. So Louis went to the microphone. He said, Your Excellency, as you requested,
Yes.
the beautiful Emmy Kosgei, we went back. So because of panic, what was the next song on the CD? Because we didn't prepare 𝗘𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗵𝗃 and another song. Let me tell you, we just went for it.
Yeah.
We sang like, Louis just said, flow. Because I said, which song? Just flow, whichever song that would come. We sang 2 songs.
𝗘𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗵𝗃.
When we finished,
Yes.
we went to the dais. He called us, we greeted him. He said, have these people bought the CDs? I said, you know, there's no hawking in State House. It's not done.
No.
I said, it's in the car. He said, tell your boys to bring it. They rushed, brought DVDs. He said, it should be sold to all ambassadors. On the dais. He said, how much do you sell? I said, it's whether 200. He was like, what? 2,000. He said, everybody should buy with 2,000. And he stood there, my guys, hawking. People are buying. Finished.
Quadruple of
He said, is it finished? We said, yes. He said, you see, why did you bring less? We should have bought everything.
But we're not allowed to hawk in.
He just broke the rules and he said he likes the videos. Aww. Where do you record it?
Yes.
You know, which, you know, it took time to find out all that. So to me, we did so much for him. We got so much favor. I think ISO certified for banks, schools, universities. We sang in all institutions where he was giving the certification. Wow. We sang even kwa mazishi ya what was the former minister of, the late minister of transport, Mwichuki. Yeah, because the president was there.
Favor.
We sang in this village.
Your favor to that family.
Yeah, so God...
Amazing God. Sometimes we ask God for opportunities and he gives you amazing opportunities. But when you go back and see, how could I have gotten this opportunity, you go back and think the first time they called you and told you to reserve those dates.
Yeah.
If you were for the money and you say,
Yeah.
okay, how many hours, how much, this is how much I charge.
Yeah, you have to
probably
lock
would have
the
lost. Yeah, you have to open the gate. I only come in Mercedes and my team only eats.
I need a limo.
In a limo. No, you didn't do that.
No.
And that's when
That was the
this
turning
favor,
point.
yes, yeah, located you.
Located me. And it became
a big...
a beginning of a long story till date.
Yes.
That was the beginning.
Yeah, no, because I think that is where your music transitioned Kenya.
Yeah.
And you stopped being a Kalenjin artist, you just became a Kenyan artist.
Yes,
Some people can't understand the language, but they know this is Emmy Kosgei, this is the vibe. It's a Christian song.
Correct.
Like the other day we were in Brisbane. I could not believe these young people.
What was that?
300 of them singing your song.
Incredible.
A cappella.
Incredible.
They knew all the words. And I'm thinking, what?
I was shocked.
This in the diaspora.
Yeah.
My heart was full.
And that was like multi-cult. That was a Kenyan queens.
Kenyan queens. It wasn't
different
just
parts.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they were singing your songs like it was Beyonce.
Yeah.
I was
Music is
proud.
powerful.
It is absolutely. So now you're doing music, but now you have such a diverse following.
Audience, yeah.
You have young, you have old, you have other countries, not just Kenya. How do you now write your music? Do you do that? Because some songs now I see you do Kalenjin and you mix in Swahili, the same words. And it's so like Taunet Nelel, the way you mix, and others. Is it now because of the audience that you have that you try and make it so it's more whatever?
Diverse.
Although you're following, they don't really care whether you sing in Nigerian or Kalenjin. It's you they follow and they love you.
Yeah.
But what is your take now? Because really most of your work now is overseas. Like we call you to Australia so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My inspiration remains to be God. It's a gospel music. So if you listen to my songs, you realize that I sing scripture. I sing Bible verses. I don't sing lifestyle because the people are called into different. There are people who are very good with singing about experiences, about what they dreamt, what they are going through, maybe. So, but for me, it's inspiration by the Word of God.
Yes.
So that limits my creativity. It has to be within that, and and if God does not release me to do other languages, I cannot do it to inspire my audience.
No.
So God is the one that helps me to inspire whoever He brings my way. So language, having started singing Kalenjin, that was my biggest fear at the beginning, that there would be a language barrier. And why not sing, languages that people understand?
Swahili, English.
And that brought me to the place that I understood music is more than language.
It is.
It's the sound of the spirit.
It is. It is.
And that's why we can listen to Lingala.
Yeah.
We can listen to South African music and we
enjoy.
vibe to it.
Yes.
Without knowing what they are saying.
Yes.
So that, cooled me and gave me understanding that it doesn't matter what language you sing. It is the power that is powering your sound. That is very important. For me, it's the Spirit of God.
Yes.
It's the power of God pushing my sound to my audience. So that power is able to interpret the sound to their souls.
Wow.
That's why my audience don't care. They say we don't hear, we don't understand what you're saying, but we love the sound. That is the spirit behind the music.
Let me tell you about it translates like yesterday, last night you played in Adelaide, and our videographer, he's Indian, but when we saw him the next day, he was telling my husband that he dreamt you singing in his sleep. So he's Indian.
Imagine.
He's Indian, but he's videoed you every time you've come.
Correct.
But last night, I think he was overtaken by the vibe. He was dreaming. He was dreaming.
Shout out to Sanjay.
Sanjay.
You know, that's a testimonial.
It is. It is Indian.
To tell you that the sound
of music
is captivating. It is a spirit.
Yes.
And when your inspiration is from that end, you've seen even secular music. There are people who go and do things to get power, you know, for their sound. So for me, it is from that end. So language for me is not anything. I've had the privilege, the most beautiful privilege, that at this age and era, my music is appreciated by all classes of people in the society. Family, it's for family, it's for the Gen Z, it's for the older people. You know, if I meet 𝗓𝗺𝗃𝗵𝗃 old people, they vibe
like
my
last
music.
night.
Yeah,
they were excited.
They're sold out. I meet the young people, children. I have mothers that call me that
my child,
for them to sleep, they have to play Thai.
I know.
You know, it for me is so humbling because I don't have the pressure of trying to please or to have my audience in mind when writing songs. No, I have.
You write what God.
It's that's what I'm so careful.
Yes.
And I told my audience, I don't move to Swahili or English if I don't get the leading. Because it's not. My creativity is limited.
Yes.
So, but whenever I feel like I need to sing like the song I sang yesterday, my new song, 𝗓𝗺𝗺𝗶𝗃. 𝗓𝗺𝗺𝗃 was an inspiration. That song I wrote maybe over 6, 7, maybe close to 10 years ago. But I've never even gone to studio. But when I was doing my recording for 𝗘𝗺𝗺𝗃𝗵𝗃 and the rest, that song just came like, let's record. So I just told my producer, we just did it.
Let's try.
Yeah, so there was no plan. And then Thai, those small Igbo, it's just to spice up the song. But there's nothing like, I'm doing it for my,
No.
Because some of my audience don't even realize I put something there. For them. They just enjoy the song.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Amazing. Amazing. So your dad is a big inspiration to you.
Yeah.
But your dad, I love your dad because the work I do is to really, we're committed to make people with disabilities to live a good life.
Yeah.
That is what we do. We do in housing. And your dad came to Australia to benchmark to look at what we are doing. His commitment to people with disabilities is so inspiring that whenever he speaks, I love he's an orator in Kalenjin, but in English.
Yeah.
He's top notch.
Wow,
He's a big inspiration to you.
Thank you.
So now you've become this big celebrity or a big thing for us. And then a Nigerian man, Apostle, we love you, comes.
Yeah.
So now all of us are so deep. She's got to stay here.
Yeah.
Now you're there. You still sing in Kalenjin?
Yeah.
In Nigeria?
I sing.
How was the reception?
Yeah. I know most of my fans were so angry, even disappointed. They took it to everywhere because they were protesting.
Yeah.
Like you mean in this entire country? Nobody.
No.
You know, and marriage is a mystery.
It is.
I say in life we move, this is what I would want. But you end up with what God, or the direction that God wants you to go. Because what he has in mind for you is bigger than what even you think.
Yourself.
Sometimes we limit ourselves with our thoughts and then go for what we are thinking.
Not put ourselves in a box.
Exactly, put ourselves in a box. And I came to learn that I had plans. I mean, you know how we write, I want this, I want this.
Yes.
When I do my mentorship, I just laugh at my fans.
Yes.
I'm like, you guys,
this was
you
what I
better
wanted.
learn to throw yourself into the hands of God.
Yes.
So that he can direct your path.
Yes.
Because the Bible says that he gives us the ability both to will and to do his will and to fulfill purpose. So what are we living for? Fulfilling purpose. So sometimes, you know, and then my fans, then I didn't know that they were really
invested in you staying in Kenya.
I didn't know it was a big deal.
You are ours. You are.
Like, I've met people that say, I was so
angry.
I met someone last year and I just laughed in December. One of my fans, he just met me. You know, he's not a young man now.
No.
He met me and the first thing, I was so angry.
At you.
You know, he expressed himself and I allowed him. When he was done, I said, how about now? He said, now at least I have peace. I didn't know we could see you again.
No, and I think that was the biggest thing for us. It's like, so this is our real child. This is homegrown.
Yeah.
Kabisa, we've seen you grow. We really own you.
Yeah.
And then you're now going to move to another country. So is this the end, the beginning of the end of our Kalenjin music, our Kenyan music? Yeah. And I think that is where everyone was.
Everyone. And you know, first, I didn't know it was a big deal. You know how we just do things? Like you decide, I'm moving to America. And then you realize everybody said, why? You're like, oh, I thought it was just me. Because I had those small things like, how would it be? Yeah. How will I do my career? Those were my personal, you know, everybody, questions. When you're getting married, you're thinking about this,
I'm going to do this. Yeah.
I didn't know about the country, the nation, the community. But my husband, God bless him, I know he's watching. Apostle is somebody very liberal, and he's my fan.
Number one fan.
So it's not about marriage, this, that. One of the topmost, he loves my music. Yeah. He loves what I do. He loves that I inspire lives. Yeah. He loves how people love me. Yeah. And one of the things, you know, when we were courting, it was like, I was asking questions like, how would I be able to do this thing I love most? He was like, I will support you. You will even do much better. You know, he gave his promise, I will support you. There will be no limits. So Nigeria is just 5 hours from Kenya. Yes. And from the rest of the world is how you would have been in Nairobi. He said, I will support you. You will do much better. You have more impact. You know, I'll cover you. I'll protect you, support you, pray for you. You know, and when I realized that my career is not a threat, this guy is solid. I mean, he has done everything. He's exposed. He has traveled. His ministry is so no intimidation. Is not insecure. You know, most of the things that women go through in marriage is I've had my fellow musicians, women that got married and that was it. The end of it. So I understand my fans when they were concerned because they thought, this is the end of it. It's the end of the beginning of our music. So, but 11 years later, down the line, I can look back and say true. And I say for true, he kept his word. He has. See, today I'm in where? I'm in Adelaide. I know. And I just came from Lagos to do this. I know. And he's watching and cheering me up. I like the way he's so concerned even for your flights and which route. I know which route, especially now that you came here when the skies were restricted because of the war. But he was so concerned, oh, maybe we shouldn't take this route because if this happened, this could happen. I thought that was really beautiful. Oh, thank you. That was really beautiful. So Apostle, we love you. We love how you love her, and we appreciate everything that you do for her. Thank you for allowing her to come to Australia all the time. When we call her, she comes. She comes because you have allowed her and you support her and you pray for her and pray for us as well. Now you, madam, you become a cultural ambassador for Kenya. Please explain to our audience what that is and what you do. Yeah, thank you. So, you know, from when I got married. So that year that I got, it was just 1 year. During that first year, I got this, you know, email. And I look at it, it's from, you know, the government. And I read it and I realized. Must be wrong. Yeah, but like, oh gosh. I said, okay, Ministry of Tourism, Culture. I looked at it. Then I asked him, because they need my consent. I asked my husband, what are your thoughts? I just got married. And this is my first appointment. And, you know, culture is me. And this is what I do. Everything in it. And he was like, you know, I promised you that nothing. I will support you. You only changed your status. Yes. Assuming you're in Nairobi or wherever. So anything your country wants you to do, you're free. And he said, go for it. So I flew to Kenya. You know, of course, I accepted, flew to Kenya. We did coronation there. And then That time we were pushing for Kenya's brand globally with other organizations to, positive things about Kenya.
Yeah.
That time we had all this terrorism and all that. So Kenya is a destination.
Yeah.
We had gone through a lot of dent globally. And what were we pushing apart from Big Five? What do we have?
What else do we
in
have?
our culture, in our heritage, and, pushing for festivals, selling. Why tourists come back to Kenya?
Yeah.
It's not because of the animals.
No.
It's the experience they get. It's the people.
Yeah.
We sell our ukarimu so strongly right from the villages of Masai Mara. And then how do we push other tribes in Kenya? How do we inspire communities in Kenya to package themselves in such a way that we are not only known for Maasais.
And the five.
We
big
have
five.
Turkanas, we have Pokots, we have Kalenjin, we have, how about the sports tourism?
Yes.
How about the coast? We have, when people go to the coast, they are the coastal people. How do we package and have our festivals? A calendar. We have people in the northern Kenya now. We have the camel derby in the northern part. Yeah, people go and experience these things. We have to Bonglore. We have something in Turkana, another event. They do it. I mean, people travel to experience the people and who we are because our cultural practices, our virtues, they are so beautiful and the world appreciates it. So we are part of the people, let's say, pushing the culture diplomacy.
Yes, okay.
Selling more than just a destination. Culture diplomacy. Selling not just animals.
A destination.
But a whole art,
package.
Yes, art, everything
the
around
country
it.
As a whole.
Yes, the culture, the country, other things that Kenya has to offer. But from where I stand, is music, is arts, it's culture. And I have been privileged to participate in a few expos, international expos that, the head of states, they represent different nations and to be with the Team Kenya.
Yeah.
I have, participated in some fashion, projects. Till date, I have... my calendar is full of, annual events like festivals, globally, countries, Canada, where they have international festivals and countries are represented. What are we selling? Is who is Kenya, our culture, our identity. You see us, you see me, you see Kenya.
Yes.
Our food, our music, our fashion. We have
you see our bracelets.
Our bracelets.
Around the world.
Around the world, everybody is having that.
Yes.
That's who we are. When you see YouTube, you see on the internet small stories about Kenya. Now, how do we take advantage of the social media?
Yes.
For example, it's becoming
a big thing.
A big thing. And then another thing that is big for me, I've done institutions globally, to students that are not Kenyans. They ask me questions about Kenya. Unfortunately, some kids know that Kenya is, do you have electricity?
I know. I love what I Show Speed did. I Show Speed showed Kenya
opened up
at
Kenya.
its best.
Exactly.
And
food, the development, the economy, the people.
Yes.
Yeah, he received so much love.
I know.
And
he did.
vibrancy.
He did. And he said Kenya was
the best.
His favorite. Yeah. So we are excited about that. Yeah. And now, you're mentoring.
Yeah.
I love how you do music, especially for the upcoming artist. You really support, you really bring up, and as you rise, you're rising with them.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Thank you.
If you know a young person that is looking up to you, hasn't had an opportunity to reach you, is there a way they can tap into your mentoring? Yeah.
Wow, thank you. It's a great privilege to mentor people. I'm a product of good mentorship. I've been mentored not only in music, leadership. Apart from being a gospel artist, the congregation we lead. We have so many projects, and I lead diverse women, very powerful women, CEOs, captains of industry, the most empowered, even older than me, very experienced.
Very empowered.
To lead such people, you must be well mentored.
You need wisdom.
You need wisdom. And I have been mentored in all these spheres. And I understand the biggest role of mentorship, because not everybody gets the opportunity to get a father like my father.
No.
Some people just grow and you never get that privilege.
No.
And the thing that we have, what we owe the people that look up to us, is that meant to fill that gap.
Yes.
And make them influential or as impactful as possible.
Yeah.
And to reach their full potential in terms of, because people can judge you wrongly.
Oh, yeah.
If you are not mentored well, if you don't know how to handle an audience, no matter how talented you are, you miss it. There are many
100%.
singers that cannot handle some
Pressure.
spheres.
Yes.
Why? Because you have not been mentored for that space.
Yes.
So all you know maybe is to sing. But how do you handle? I was trained, and I know how to stand in for example, a corporate function, a wedding, a funeral, a church, you know, so
read the room.
a government, how to read the room,
Yes.
how to know current affairs. So you are not talking about things of 1880 something, and we are in 20.
Yeah.
You know, what is current affairs? So those trainings are so important for me. So I have had, we use Pamoja, for example, as a platform. Artists come and we connect with them and get to pick those who want, because mentorship is a two-way.
Yeah.
You should be willing to be
That's it.
mentored by me.
That's it.
Or looking up to me. There should be something about me that you desire.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will be very difficult to mentor people.
The relationship will be...
or people who feel I am already there. So it's
I've
hard.
made it. Yeah.
So
I know.
it's two ways. So I do music, and anybody that feels like they're inspired by what I do, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. You just inbox me.
Yeah.
We have a way of reaching out to you, and we do that. We mentor music and other fields as well. As a woman, as a married woman, you know, I know how many girls I've mentored in marriage, you know, how I've been a public figure now for how many years. And you realize that after I got married, I've grown so much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my audience, everything, but my marriage, you know, God has helped me to live well with my husband. He's my biggest support. He's almost my manager. So how do we do that? So that you are two people very powerful and you can live together. And thrive in
Together.
which my husband is as powerful, maybe more powerful. He is the most traveled, most respected. He's a father to so many big people. So how do we do that? So it's mentorship. So it's a privilege for me. I do that. I also do that in my travels. One of the biggest things is an ambassador for culture. We are all ambassadors of our country.
We are.
And what do you do with your influence in your own space? You know, everybody is a celebrity. It depends on which circle. It may not be music. But every circle you are in, people look up to you. What energy are you giving? What are you selling? What are you pushing? What are you representing? So, for example, as Kenyans across the globe, we are representing Kenya. We are ambassadors 100%. Of Kenya. So anything we do, they
is a
attach
reflection.
It with, yes, for example, you now, I was hearing people, you know, speaking yesterday at the International Women's Day, the members of parliament here, the captains of industry here. And when they are speaking about Emily Korir, you could see the sentiments. They believe Kenyan women are good.
Thank you.
We are cultured because you have represented as well in places of power, places of influence. Look at the awards that you've got. But you're still this humble woman. You still mingle with people. You still go to offices. You still want to support people. That is a Kenyan spirit.
Yes.
In short, you have been a good ambassador of our nation. That's what we are talking about. It's not by appointment, but even by virtue.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, virtue of being a Kenyan, wherever you are, you can be a good ambassador. Yeah, so mentorship is all around.
I want to challenge you to do a master class for these young people.
Oh.
There's so much wisdom in you about music, how to get along, how to start, where to go, and the fact that you're so open to mentorship. I think we need a master class. So master class,
it's coming.
Coming. And then now you heard me last night.
Yeah.
I have a dream to bring African women to come to Australia from all over for International Women's Day next year here in Adelaide.
Yep.
We do a Guinness World Book Records because we want to have the biggest number of African women congregating outside of Africa to celebrate each other, to celebrate International Women's Day. I texted you, you said yes, so Emmy is in, but now we will need people from around the world. So call us, give us ideas who you want to speak. We've got Emmy, we've got Bad Girl herself.
Yo,
she has said
she
yes.
did well.
But I think this is history. This year we did 800 women because we did Brisbane, 300 Adelaide, twice. And this is amazing when we come together. When we come together just to empower each other. The energy last night, the energy in Brisbane is so inspiring that together we can do this.
Also, it's a privilege for us to give the African story.
Yes, tell our stories.
In regards of women. Tell our story at the comfort of our skin.
Yes.
What Africa has to offer to the world. You know, and then, you know, just show the progress that Africa has been able to take over the years. And then showcase the best of what we have. You know, so I think it would be one of the biggest events. And anybody watching, plan, you know, prepare. As we are saying, subscribe. Plan, prepare, you know, drop your message. And this is an event to attend. It's for you. Because even you have a story to tell. And coming out to experience and listen to other women across the globe, I think the fellowship itself of coming together is something. It's mind-blowing. And
be a dream.
Congratulations in advance.
Thank you. It will be a dream come true. We want you all to come and also to know you are enough. Like you've heard Emmy has said, you must fill your cup first before. So please fill your cup. Make sure it's full and then come to Adelaide and share it with us. This channel is to really tell our stories from our own lens. We have beautiful stories. I believe that in everybody's story is somebody else's healing. If you hold your story, you're holding somebody else's healing. So please share your story with us. That was Emmy Kosgei. She's got a new song. Please
check out. I have Amen, Hallelujah, and other songs. Subscribe to my channel. And today, because you spoke about this channel, guys, this is a new channel. You need to subscribe, follow, and share, because these are powerful stories coming to you right from Lady Emily Korir OAM. Did I get it?
OAM.
So go and subscribe, and then you'll listen to many more people.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So, please, our parting shot from you.
Wow.
If you were, what would you tell your younger self? What would you tell your younger self? And then for someone who is trying to get into the music industry, what is the one thing you would tell them to do? So what would you tell your younger self? What would you tell a younger person trying to get into the industry?
I think faith in God is the game changer. And in life, never say no. Never say no. The Bible rightly said we can do all things through Christ who gives us strength. So moving in this journey that the light is at the end of the tunnel, but maneuvering is a mystery. I think believing in God and not limiting yourself. Just don't hold back and keep pushing. You never know the great things that are ahead of you. So giving up is not an option. Giving in is not an option. So we keep pushing forward, we keep moving. And the theme of International Women's Day this year, Give to Gain, was so powerful that you can't give what you don't have. So my message to you is fill your cup. Fill your cup so that your giving is from the overflow. Because without that, you will be giving emptiness, and that is frustration, stress, and inabilities. But with full cup, we can do all things.
That was Emmy Kosgei. I am so grateful that you had an opportunity to sit and just chat with me. My sister and friend, I am grateful. And to everyone watching, don't let anybody else's perception of you become your reality. Like what she said, get your cup full first before serving. Namaste.
No.